Hey y'all, Laura Peaks here. My buddy Ricky. Some of y'all call him Chef, some of y'all are calling him Spider-Man. There's a backstory to that we'll tell someday, but we're out here, Hogpen Gap. It is spitting and nasty, but we're gonna go for a hike. So we're heading northbound towards Unicoi. We're gonna spend the night, probably a couple nights out here actually, depending on how this rain holds off. So today we're heading up, try to make it up to Low Gap Shelter, is that right?
Yeah.
Low Gap Shelter. So we're gonna head out. We got our ponchos on. Fashion show. It is not. So let's go have an adventure, y'all.
That's 14 miles.
That's our goal overall. We'll see if we make it. We're gonna go up to Low Gap. We've got a nice moody forest this morning, y'all. Talking to my peeps, Ricky. I'm telling them we got a nice moody forest. We're up in a cloud or fog bank. It's drizzling steady. That's why we got our ponchos on. But we got about 4.3 miles to Low Gap Shelter. That's what we're aiming for. Supposed to chance of shower throughout the day. I think it was like a 30%, but I think maybe it'll burn off once we get down in elevation just a little bit. Yeah, big, nice tree for a bear. We're gonna keep our eyes open, that's for sure. I'm saying we're gonna keep our eyes open. Here we are, Appalachian Trail. What you see? Where do you see a stealth site?
Stealth site.
Oh, the stealth site, y'all. There's a good campsite right through there. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Yeah, right in there. That'd be a good place if you need to pull over. Check out this big white oak, y'all. Ricky thought it was a tulip poplar at first, but he looked up there and saw them leaves. It's a massive. Got a bunch of old burrows on it. It's still lightly raining. We're hoping this fog would wear off. We're gonna have about a 500, 600 foot descent down into that shelter here in about 3 miles. So maybe we'll praying we get a little sunshine. We'll see. We'll just be happy if this fog clears. Y'all, a lot of folks have been inquiring about what the AT looks like in Georgia. And just so far what we've been hiking from the other day to today, we've seen 0 blowdowns. This trail looks like nothing could come through here at all. I know there's a couple spots that there may be some small stuff, but this looks just like it did in February when I was last up here. We've been staying at the Green Dragon Hostel, one of my absolute favorite hostels that I stayed at. Bill and Donna, the owners, they are wonderful. We were talking about how right after Hurricane Helene, business really dropped off for them, and they've kind of struggled with getting folks to come and stay. They're getting the Sobo hikers that have made it through North Carolina and all the more damaged areas, but in general there hasn't been as much people out hiking, and I think a lot of folks think that this part of trail is severely damaged and dangerous, but we've talked to a lot of hikers who've hiked from the North Carolina line down to here, and then there's ones that hiked from Springer here, and this trail's in good shape, y'all. So if you're thinking of coming out and hiking on the AT in Georgia, green light, man. And if you want to stay somewhere where they really know their stuff and really care about the hikers, and not just through hikers, I'm talking section hikers, weekend hikers, the Green Dragon Hostel in Hiawassee are wonderful. They'll pick you up a number of trailheads right here, and they'll shuttle you, they'll slack pack you, and just they really care about hikers. So I just wanted to mention them in that. And Donna was actually going to come and hike with me and Ricky today, but thank goodness they got 4 hikers coming in tonight. So business comes first. But we come off trail, we're probably going to stop there, stay one more night before we both head home. So Green Dragon Hostel, check them out. So far this trail, this section here is easy peasy. We've been downhill. I think it's going to do one of those little mini roller coaster things, a little up, little down, but rather mild. Someone was telling us that from Hogpen to Unicoi is the easiest section on the Georgia Appalachian Trail. So we shall see. The goal, like I said today, is to get to Low Gap Shelter and spend the night. And then tomorrow, provided we don't have some horrific storm come in, we're going to continue on towards Unicoi, get as far as we can, maybe stealth camp. I don't know that we'd make it all the way to Blue Mountain Shelter. That's about 7.3 miles. We'll see. And then finish at Unicoi. That's the overall big picture. And if I do that, if we make it there, then I will fill in all the gaps. I've done everything from Springer Mountain to Indian Grave Gap. So just connecting the dots, y'all, connecting the dots. But we're out here in this spooky forest. I always seem to end up in the spooky forest with the strangest people. I ain't naming any names. Look at this crazy stuff, y'all. Tree next to a tree without a bottom. What the heck is that all about? It's a magic trick, right? Well, if you look all the way to the top, it's wedged in up there. I don't know whether there's normally a tree here or something fell, but Ricky says this is some Chris Angel stuff right here. This thing is levitating. Yeah. We probably shouldn't be standing underneath it. I ain't gonna shake that. Look at that. It's spooky out here, y'all. Moody, moody. Look how pretty this pink leaves are. Someone was asking me on here the other day, made a comment wanting to know about the foliage. If it still looked pretty or if it was down. It's almost completely down. But it still looks pretty. Wants to give us a view here. Still got clouds, but we're about to come down here pretty soon. We're about to hit the top of Sheep Rock. It's called Sheep Rock Top. And that's straight down from there. We pulled our ponchos off back there because we're getting wetter from sweat than we were from the actual drizzle. So we stuffed those away, and thankfully we've had no rain. Some gusts of wind. We might have a windy night. Probably have some rain coming in, but it feels pretty good. It's about 65 degrees. And he's sneezing already. I don't know if y'all can hear that. There's a pileated woodpecker. Big woodpecker. He's all the way over in the trees there. I don't think I can get him for you. Yeah, he's flown on, but big, beautiful woodpecker. Black body, white under the wings, bright red head. I learned about the pileateds up in Shenandoah National Park when I was hiking with Danielle, owner of her father. Danielle owns the Stumbling Hostel. Her father, if y'all might remember, a trail named Flash. It's one of my favorite days on the trail. He was telling me all about the pileated woodpecker. I wish I could have got him for you. He was huge. You hear him though. Check that tree out, y'all. Check it out. Looks like somebody's standing with their legs up to the side, ready to park it for the day. I know we are. We're almost to the shelter. Low Gap Shelter. This away. All right. What's for dinner? We got a Peak Refuel chicken Alfredo pasta. I put it in a Ziploc bag so I can save space from the bag that it comes in. A little lighter weight and packs down in my bag better too. So this is the chicken Alfredo pasta. 8 ounces of water you add. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Give it a good stir. I usually stir it once in between. 870 calories, 53 grams of protein. Just what I need. Not too shabby looking. I'm going to toss in some pepper and call it supper. All right, y'all. That's a wrap. We made it to Low Gap Shelter. It's mile 43, I believe it is, on the AT, headed northbound. We did about 4.8 miles today, maybe a little bit more, but right around that. And this is what I have to work with, y'all, all night long. We are going to bed down in that little shelter right there. Some rain coming, possibly. Yeah, that's my buddy, Ricky. But we had a good day together. We enjoyed our hike. Wasn't too bad. Of course, we're exhausted. I'm exhausted, but it's a good exhaustion. It wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. It's been a minute since I've been out here on the Georgia AT. And I got to say, I've missed it. Even though it's extremely hard hiking sometimes, I've missed it. But anyhow, so tomorrow we're going to push on, do a little bit more. We're working towards that big goal of Unicoi, which is probably another 9.5 miles, but we aren't going to make it all the way. No, we'll either stealth camp or we'll try to get to the next shelter, but it'll probably be stealth camping. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Thanks for following my journey. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, stick with me. Guess what? I'm going somewhere again.